Hello, I'm Miss Laura from the Lehigh City Library, and we want to share with you today a few really fun science experiments that you can do at home, and we think you'll really enjoy them. So these three are, all three of them have the same stars: baking soda, and baking soda is the base, and vinegar, which is the acid. And we think most people probably have those at home. And most chemical reactions have a base and an acid. When we put these two together, they form a gas called carbon dioxide. So let's get started. The first one is really fun. I love this one. So I've got a water bottle, and in the water bottle I have half a cup of white vinegar. Now, into this balloon, which I'm gonna stretch it because that's gonna help. So when you do it, stretch out your balloon, and you can try this with a smaller balloon. You can experiment with different size balloons and see if it's any different. So we're going to take the balloon, we're going to put it around this funnel. I can do it. There, did you see that? That was the easiest way. Okay, in this cup I've got 2 teaspoons of the baking soda, and we're just gonna pour that right in. We're gonna pour it right in to the balloon. Okay, you wanna get it all in there, and then what we're going to do, and this is the tricky part, we're going to put it over this bottle. Now we don't want it to spill in it, okay? So I'm gonna kind of take it like this, hold the bottle just like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm gonna lift up the balloon, and I'm gonna hold it up, and all the baking soda is going to fall down into the vinegar, and you're going to see the reaction and what happens. And this is really fun. Okay, so whoa! Did you see that? That one worked really, really good. So the carbon dioxide goes right up into the balloon and blows it up. Is that so fun? That's probably my favorite one. So that's a really good one to try at home, and you can, like I said, you can experiment. You can use different size balloons and see what happens. Okay, here's the next one. This one is called the exploding lunch bag. You're gonna take a sandwich bag, a Ziploc bag, and you're going to need a tissue, just a regular, and this one got wet. Maybe it'll work. So I'm gonna put 3 teaspoons of baking soda. I'm going to put it, let me move that so you can see. I'm gonna put it right in this tissue in the middle, and I'm going to fold it up like that. I'm also going to need a half a cup of vinegar, and I'm going to pour it in this measuring cup right up to a half a cup. Let me make sure. Yep, a half a cup of vinegar right there. And then I'm also going to need a 1/4 cup of quite warm water. Not boiling hot, not super hot, but just but warm. Okay, so I'm gonna pour that in carefully and hold it carefully so it doesn't spill. And then I've got some warm water here, and I'm going to do a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna put that in. And then I'm going to seal the bag about halfway. And this is very important to get it totally sealed, because otherwise it would be a kind of a disaster. So I've got that, and then I'm going to carefully and quickly drop that in and seal it as fast as I can. And then I'm going to put it right there. It's a little scary. And see what happens. Do you see it? It's fully, woo! Yay! It worked. So that's kind of fun. It's kind of like opening that biscuit dough. You don't know when it's gonna pop open and scare you to death. But anyway, that's a fun one that you can try at home. And the gas that it forms causes it, just like the balloon, to expand, and then there's nowhere else for it to go, so it pops. I love that one. Okay, now here's the big gun for you. Let me bring it out. Have you ever made a volcano? Neither have I, but we're going to make a volcano today, and we are going to watch it erupt. So, and in case you didn't know, there's actually volcanoes in Utah. And if you head on down south by Fillmore, you can go to the lava tubes and see where lava flowed out of a volcano, and you can climb around in caves and hike around and pick up pieces of volcanic rock, and it's really cool. So that would be a fun trip for you to do, maybe with your family. Okay, so here's what we're doing. I have got kind of a milk bottle here, and I've started making a volcano with sand. And I've got some wet sand right here. Now you can make your volcano, you can use a cup like this, or any kind of container. You can do a smaller container, kind of whatever you have. And you don't have to use wet sand. You could go out in your yard and make it out of dirt, or you could make it out of Play-Doh. If you had that salt dough clay that you can make at home, that's another fun thing to do. You can make it out of that. So we're going to finish the volcano. We want to build it up around the bottle. And I'm wearing gloves because it's kind of a mess. Don't want my hands to get all gooey. So we're gonna make this tall volcano. And I think this is super fun. And I think it would be really fun, like I said, to do out in your yard if you could. And you could play with it and do it over and over and not make a big mess in your house. Because you never know how much it's going to explode or overflow or whatever. Because volcanoes are unpredictable, right? Right. Okay, we're gonna, how does it look? Does it look like a volcano? Sort of. Let's get a bit more over here. A bit more up at the top. Okay, I think it's looking pretty good. Let's put, oh, the front needs a little, right? Okay, we're almost there. And if you want to, you can look on YouTube, and there's all kinds of tutorials for how to do this, and other experiments with baking soda and vinegar. Okay, I think we're there. Okay, there's our bottle. Well, let me do a little bit more. I'm a perfectionist. We don't want to see the bottle sticking out, right? It doesn't really matter. That's just my preference. Okay, there. Okay, there is our big, tall, pretty tall, and you don't have to do one this big, volcano. Okay, there we go. Now, on to the really fun part. Okay, first off, we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of baking soda. So that's this, and I've already measured it out, and it's quite a bit. I'm gonna just pour it right in. Try not to spill any of it. Okay, that was 2 tablespoons, and now here's 2 more. And if you used a smaller little container, you wouldn't need to use as much. Okay, there's that. Now, we're going to do about a teaspoon of Dawn dish detergent. So we're gonna pour that right in. The more the better. I always say. Okay. Next, we're going to do, I'm going to do 5 drops of red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to do 5 drops of yellow. Do you know why? Because they don't make orange food coloring. At least I don't have any. So red and yellow make orange. And what color is lava? Orange. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, last of all, we need to add some water. And I'm gonna just pour some in here. And I'm not gonna fill it all the way up. I think I'm gonna do it about 2/3 of the way. Okay, so there's about this much empty space. And then I brought a chopstick and I'm gonna stir it all up. So we wanna stir up our lava, get it nice and mixed. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, are you ready? Okay, we need 1 cup of vinegar. Here we go. All right, here it comes. Hopefully we will have orange, awesome lava. Okay, you ready? Here goes. Woohoo! It worked. Okay, there's our volcano overflowing. It's not very orange, is it? So maybe put in more food coloring. There it goes. And you don't have to use all the vinegar, but you can do as much as you want. But that is a volcano, and I think it's super fun. And like I said, you can make a volcano with dirt, with Play-Doh, with salt clay that you make at home, with sand. You could even do rocks. So just whatever you've got. And now look, our volcano is kind of disintegrating. Anyway, super fun stuff that you can do at home, and thank you so much for watching. We hope you can have some fun with this. See you later.